Yo, man, it's almost 4:30. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
This is the social norm.
1, 2. You want top dollar and pop bottles and drop knowledge. Hit the throttle on nice autos without college. Do yourself a solid, put them boys on your screen. Wait, who do you mean? I mean canteen and beans. When the social norm is on, you better pay attention. They teach you lessons, make you laugh when you're stressing. Must I mention that the style is infectious? I gotta have it, I gotta have it. The rapid fire gabbing on my tablet. My boys established a gamut of information, from relations to dating to when your leader gets impatient. They're lacing the nation every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4:30. The Social Norm Podcast, you heard me?
Yeah. Yo. You already know what it is, man. We back it again with another. I'm your boy Canteen. This my man Beans.
Hey, what's up,
I
everybody?
hope everybody had a happy Merry Christmas.
Yes,
You know what I mean? Hope Santa Claus brought everything y'all wanted and everything y'all needed. Look, today's episode is called How to Not Be a Weak Man. All right, before we get into the episode, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss none of our videos. You know, me and Beans do our videos every Monday and Friday around this time. So, Beans, the reason I came up with this video was I'm trying to transform. I'm trying to transform for going into 2025, or stop letting the weakness of that's been keeping me at a certain level wash away and move on to bigger heights and become the strong man, that become the focused, determined man I need to be. All right.
Okay.
And with that, I realized the only way you can really become a strong man is to not be a weak man and to let go of certain things. You have to destroy something to create something new.
That's it.
All right. And I came across this video where this girl was pretty much talking about how what a weak man is. And I want to break that video down and let's discuss it. All right.
Okay.
All right, let's get into it. Signs of a weak man. Let's go.
Signs of a weak man. He gets easily influenced by others. He's addicted.
So it said he's get easily influenced by others. Now, has there ever been a time where you were around certain people that just always made you be a certain way, pulled something out of you that you're like, I don't need this shit?
When I was younger, yes. When I was late teens, early 20s, and a lot of that has to do with like trying to fit in and trying to
be with the nucleus.
Okay,
yeah, because we're natural pack animals. We want to be accepted by the group.
Yes,
but at some point you have to get outside the nest and figure out that trying to follow the crowd, trying to figure out who you really won't know who you are until you go and step out on your own.
That's true. And you will never be happy following the crowd.
No.
Unless that's what you yourself want to do.
Because I know right now I'm at a stage in my life where a lot of people are still in the mode of wanting to go party, wanting to go drink at bars, wanting to do that. And I have no inkling or desire. It's a waste of time.
It's a waste of time. It's the same stuff every weekend. It doesn't change. After a while, you start to see the same people.
And you see that they're not really growing.
They're not.
I want to change it to something else. I'm tired of being in this form.
Yeah.
So now it's time to move on. So you gotta stand on your own. You gotta figure out things on your own. All right.
I think one more thing before you go. I think a lot of people went through it during this whole red pill phase with all these influencers were telling men how to be,
and then eventually you tried that, and then you realize, yo,
it's trash.
Why am I following somebody else telling me how to be a man?
Yeah.
Let me be myself. And that goes so much further, being authentic of your own authenticity. Let's get back into it.
Addicted to corn. He prioritizes
Oops, I missed it. Go back.
She said so fast.
by others. He's addicted to corn.
So he's addicted to she said corn, but we know what it is. It's really porn. And that's something I've battled with. That's something that I've realized as I gotten older, that it really gives you a jaded mindset on immediate gratification, trying to figure out sexually what you like, what you don't like. All this stuff is fantasy world.
Yeah, it's not real.
And you're not getting the reality. So when you are with a woman, sometimes it gets dumbed down.
Yeah.
Because you've had these fantasies of whatever that doesn't even equate to reality.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And if you really think about it, if you really look at yourself while you in that mode of trying to get, watch porn, trying to get in the fantasy or whatever, if somebody could just record you to have you play it back, if that doesn't scream weakness, I don't know what does.
I think a lot of men wouldn't do it
if they actually got to see
themselves
back.
Like, oh my God.
Oh God, that's what I look like. You know what I'm saying? It's because think about it. If you're doing that, if you're sitting there playing with yourself, watching a fantasy of some women or men, whatever you choose, people who probably wouldn't even look your way, right? And somebody were to come in real quick, just open the door, how would you react? You would instantly be ashamed.
Like, oh,
you would be trying to hide whatever you're doing because you know in your soul it's weak. And it distracts you from your other tasks. I don't know how many times I used to do that and bust 1, 2, 3 off or whatever, right?
And then go sleep.
Would not go to the gym, would not read any books of knowledge, would never do anything, wouldn't go outside, hang out with my friends. I'm in the house being a hermit. That's the number one thing. And it changes your whole dynamic of how you view sex.
Yes, it really does.
And women in relationships. All right.
Over everything else.
Oh, let me go back because she's talking so fast. I got to rewind it, y'all.
Addicted to corn. He prioritizes pleasure over everything else.
He prioritizes pleasure over everything else. That's somewhat what porn does. Anytime you're always prioritizing how you feel about something, it's gonna always lead. And I've been reading this book, 12 Rules of Life, and it talks about you have to sacrifice.
Yeah.
If you're not willing to sacrifice for the greater good of your future, you're gonna always be behind.
Exactly.
Things are always going to get worse.
And I think, and when this is how I'm interpreting what she's saying, like when you're always like you said, partying and drinking and smoking and things like that, you prioritize that.
And how many people have we worked with that we've seen prioritize drinking, smoking, partying, and how do they look?
Like a wallet, like their face.
Leather, all right, a belt leather, and they look like zombies.
Yeah, I've never had a problem with people like drinking or smoking. I'm not gonna lie, I've had that problem in the past, and thankfully I've mastered it. And I lost my train of thought, but
But what my question to you is, when you were drinking, right, and you were going off the hinges, imagine it to this day. If you would have continued that on a regular basis, how do you think you would look?
Oh my God.
You are in your 40s.
I am in my 40s.
All right. And we know people who we work with who are either my age, 35 or in the 30s, and they look older, not only older than you, but a decade older than you.
Yeah, they look way older than I, and it's crazy.
Because they didn't want to sacrifice how they felt. What made them feel good for the moment for the greater good. You chose to say, you know what, this ain't gonna be good for me in the long run.
It's not. It's really not. I even got drunk to the point where I lost jobs.
You got so drunk that you actually lost a job?
Yes, like I got drunk the night before and I passed out.
Couldn't go to work.
And I didn't wake up till like 1 o'clock the next day, like the afternoon.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. And then I called, they were like,
Just you're done.
you're done.
Been,
Don't even worry about it.
We've been waiting. We've been seeing this for a long time.
Don't even
I
worry about
had something like that, but it wasn't that I was drunk. It was that I chose to go party in Mardi Gras down in New Orleans, then go to work, and didn't have. Not only did I choose partying over work and making money, I chose not to even tell them. They called me, said, "Where are you? You're supposed to be here." And I was like, "I'm down in New Orleans I'm having fun. I'm not thinking like, oh, they'll
Slap on the
they'll
wrist.
be all right.
Yeah.
I'll come back next week." And they're like, and they never really fired me. They just never put me back on the schedule ever. And it was one of the best jobs I ever had, working at security. So,
Dang.
you know, you got to make a decision if having fun for the immediate, moment
Yeah.
present is going to be better off for you, or sacrificing for something better.
Exactly.
Everything else. He doesn't take responsibility for his actions.
He doesn't take responsibility for your actions. I need everybody to hear me here clearly. Everything that has happened to you in your life, every position you're in, whether it be where you live, how you look, what job you have, the friends you have, all that, the relationships you have with women, has been because of you and you alone. The choices you have made. And until you sit there and really recognize that you are the problem and the solution, you're never going to get past it. If you keep blaming everybody else for why you are where you are, you're never going to solve the problem.
That victim mentality. And I'll use my divorce as an example. And I want to, because when people find out divorce, I didn't go through that whole
fuck her
bitterness, angry.
Yeah.
I hate why I didn't hate women. I just had nothing for them. But I didn't go through all that craziness, because I sat back and looked, okay, what did I do? Instead of looking at her, I said, what did I do to contribute to this?
Yeah.
And I couldn't even be mad. I had to own that shit. I couldn't blame anybody but myself.
Because there's always something you could have looked back and said, I could have done this differently.
Yeah, 100%.
I could have stopped this. I could have started doing this.
100%.
You know what I mean? And that's being what a man is to take responsibility of oneself and say, okay, what can now not only learn from it, but then change up from it. Say, okay, I can't do that next time.
Yep. Apply it to the future. Learn. Don't lose the lesson.
He's afraid to say no. He has a victim mentality. Prioritizes pleasure over everything else. He doesn't take responsibility for his actions. He's afraid to say no.
Afraid to say no. I see a lot of people in our job as correction officers. The one thing I was always taught was learn how to say no. It gets to a point where you can turn a no into a yes.
Yes.
But you can't turn a yes into a no.
Exactly.
And, so when you are afraid to say no to someone, you give them the power over you.
Exactly.
In relationships with your woman, in raising kids, in friendships, if you don't want to do something, or you don't feel that's the thing you should do, you have to man up enough to say, hey, no, we're not doing that.
Gotta deal with it. And our line of work, I learned to make yes, no too. When somebody say, can you do that? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. As soon as they walk away, it ain't happening.
Well, see, now this is the thing. I hear you on that.
I know,
but that could cause a lot of problems too.
It can, and I'm ready for the problem. I'm ready for it. Most times I do say no.
What I usually do is say, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see means we'll see.
It might happen.
It could happen. But if it don't happen, you can't hold me to it, because I told you we'll see.
Yeah, it's only, and I ain't gonna lie, it's certain people I do it with. It's that I know I can get away with.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I would do that.
He
Yeah.
ain't gonna hold you to the fire
Nah,
about it. He gonna be
yeah,
like,
like,
this
yeah, I ain't
motherfucker
doing that,
said
I
that
ain't
he
doing
gonna do that shit.
But some people I know, as I gotta tell them no.
Yeah.
I will tell them. I gotta be straight up with them.
All right.
Take responsibility for his actions. He's afraid to say no. He has a victim mentality.
We already said victim mentality. If you literally
Yeah.
always blaming everybody else and nothing you do is the problem,
Mhm.
that's the problem.
Exactly.
You don't. Everybody, life is not going to be easy for anybody,
No.
and anything that's worth having is going to be tough to get.
Exactly.
So if you think you're going to be a victim and you're going to get good things in life, no, you're going to always put yourself behind the 8 ball.
Yeah. And people don't know how, and this is a little bit of a pet peeve of mine, when someone's always like, if you're constantly complaining about the same thing, I ain't got nothing for you now. I'm gonna talk to you a few times, but then
Like you
after
keep
a while-
complaining about the government, you keep
Yeah, like-
complaining about why the weather, and this is why I
Yeah.
couldn't get on time. Listen, because this video is really about men not being weak.
Mhm.
If you consider yourself the victim, right?
Mhm.
Then that means there's got to be somebody who's the victor.
Yeah.
And that means somebody is over you. How can a woman follow you if you're the victim of things?
Yeah.
She doesn't want to be a victim. So why you don't follow? If you follow victims, you're gonna be a victim.
Exactly. I was talking to somebody at work a couple of months ago, and they were complaining about how they didn't have money. Like they were always broke, they had no money. And I was like, well, you can always work overtime because in our job, it's always there. And they was like, nah, I ain't trying to do that. I said, then you ain't that worried.
Yeah, it
That's
ain't that big of a problem.
It's not
to
big
you
of a
then.
problem. And then the next time he came back, I was like, I'm not trying to hear this, dude. I'm not trying to hear this. Because we had this conversation before.
What they say? Get off the pot and piss, or keep it moving.
Piss or get off the pot.
Yeah, piss or get off the pot.
That's basically what
you're wasting everybody's time.
Yeah, like stop complaining about this shit. You're not doing nothing about it. So stop it.
He's afraid to say no. He has a victim mentality. He's not able to handle criticism. He's always
Okay, not able to handle criticism. The one thing I had to learn is to stop worrying about what other people think of you, and to be able to take criticism. Because some criticism, you gotta differentiate what is criticism, where they're giving you constructive criticism to make you better.
Yes, that's the difference.
Or they're just hating on you.
Yes, that's the big difference.
Either or, at the end of the day, if you don't want to do something a certain way, stand on it and do it the way you want to do it.
Exactly.
Don't take it to heart when somebody gives you some criticism, especially if they're looking to try to make you more aware of your situation.
Yeah, because I don't know. Sometimes people would, when I first got the job in the first position I got now, people will pull me aside when they saw me doing something wrong, and they would approach me with caution because they thought I was gonna react a certain way. I was like, no, I'm doing this wrong.
Yes.
Tell me I'm doing it wrong so I don't do it. I'd rather have someone on like a blue shirt, our level, tell me, and then a boss see it.
Then
because he gonna come at me like
way different.
Yo, what the hell you doing?
Look, since I've started in corrections, I've had people, males and females, who were older, who had been around for a while, saw how I was moving, and would pull me to the side one-on-one and heed me a warning to say, look, this is what I'm seeing from you, and this is what I'm hearing. This is other people are watching you. So carry yourself with the knowledge that they're watching you.
Yep.
And sometimes I would heed their warning and I would listen to them, and I'd be like, okay. And I try to move a certain way. And then there's sometimes that say, I'm moving this way, whether they like it or don't like it. Regardless. And it is what it is. I'm willing. See, but this is the difference. I'm willing to stand on whatever punishment I receive for whatever I do, because that's what I wanted to do in the first place. So it is what it is. But a lot of people aren't willing to do that.
No. Can you believe they're doing this? I mean, well, yeah, you did A, B, and C.
Yeah. And I've always been the type of person to where even if I felt like what you about to tell me I already know, I still let you say it.
Mhm.
because you know what? You might say something that I don't know.
That's true. That is true.
I've always
That
been
is-
willing to accept criticism.
That is something that I do need to work on. If it's something if somebody's saying something to me, I'm like,
I already know this.
yeah, I already know that. But and so I have to learn to.
Because you know what I realized? Let's say you say something that I already know,
Mhm.
and I give you the energy like, motherfucker, I already know this. You ain't got to tell me nothing. Right? What does that do to you?
Well, all right, forget you then.
Forget me, and you're like, I'm not telling him anything else.
Uh-huh.
Who's to say what you told me right there? I might know, but what about the next thing you tell me?
Yeah,
I
you
might not know that.
Yep.
So I never want to cut off my bridge, or
Mhm.
destroy the bridge of you giving me information.
Yeah.
And
I always keep the lines of community, the information open.
yes,
But I have to work on it in the back of my head. Like, yeah, nigga, I already know that.
Always
I don't do it. I don't react like that. But in the back of my head, I'm like, yeah, I already know that dude. Get out of here.
yeah. But see, that's the thing. If you show it like you already
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
now they're gonna say,
Oh,
and then you
forget
say,
him then.
or even if you just I'll let you finish what you got to say, and then after you're done, say, yeah, I actually didn't know that, but I never seen it that way, and you
Yeah.
just give them something for it, so they'd be like, thank you. I
Mhm.
appreciate you telling me though, keeping me on my P's and Q's.
I am thankful that people have, like, in our jail too. I've had people pull me aside. People have been like mother figures to me and pull me aside,
Mhm.
especially when I first got to the jail, because I was moving a little differently
Yeah.
than what I was now. And they was like, you ain't got to do all that. You ain't got to do this and do that. I said, because somebody told me, you keep moving like this, it's going to cause nothing but problems for you. And I'm not gonna lie to you, there are times where I've worked at other jails and I moved that way.
It's caused problems.
And it has caused problems for me down the line. Like, I was at the jail like years ago and got into some incidents. And then, like, I think it was like last year or a year ago, I had to go back.
Yes.
And
wish that you would have heeded what somebody told you
Yeah.
beforehand. But now you're like, damn,
I had to take time off and go back to that last jail I was at and deal with that issue. And years had went by. It was like 8 or 9 years had went by.
and you're like, damn, I should
I was
listen
like,
to them when they told me.
I was like,
Let's get into it.
Victim mentality. He's not able to handle criticism. He's always blaming others for the outcome.
Blaming others. That's
it's
kind of like victim.
mentality.
Yeah, don't blame people, man. Even when you know they're wrong and it's their fault, let them say it. There's no reason for you to have to say something that they already know. Let them go ahead and say it.
Sloppy handshake.
A sloppy handshake. I will say this: when you go shake a man's hand and it's limp wrist, or they're not really showing confidence in themselves, show your strength. Show that you are competent and confident in yourself. You know what I mean? I do feel like a strong handshake matters.
That's true.
And eye contact when
That's
you
true.
do give a handshake.
That's true.
Weak eye contact.
Oh, there you go.
There
Weak
you
eye
go.
contact. If you're always talking to somebody and you're like, yeah, man. So people want to see you and look you in the eye to know you mean what you say and you say what you mean.
It's like that at referencing the job again. I've been at jails where they don't allow inmates to look at you.
Yeah.
There's a sign of what's the word?
Disrespect.
Disrespect. If you look at if they look you in, it's a sign of disrespect. But if you look at the ground, it's a sign of like submission and subservience.
Yeah, I'm being submissive to you.
Yeah.
But as far as being a weak man, don't ever look down at nobody.
Nah.
Look they straight in their eyes. I ain't saying you gotta look at them aggressively, but when you're talking to them, look at them and let them know, hey, I hear what you're saying.
Weak body posture.
Weak body posture. That's something I've had to work on because sometimes I do like to lean over. What I've learned about myself is I tend to be, when I'm sitting with somebody, I tend to lower myself to whatever level they're on.
Really?
Yes. And I've had to check myself. I've had to say, yo, stand up tall. Don't, because like whatever you are, if you're here, I will bend down to where your eye level is, or a woman. And I realized that. I said, why am I doing that?
Yeah, And, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit of a leaner too. I tend to. I'm sure I'm not doing it now, but I've had to constantly work on that too.
Always dependent on others.
Always dependent on others. You know,
that's annoying as hell to me.
Yeah, especially as a man, you should not be dependent. Hey man, can I get a ride? Hey man, can I borrow some money? Hey man, can I do this? Hey, do you mind And at some point you realize, yo, this person can't stand on his own 2 feet.
No,
He's a dependent. He's an anchor.
Yep. And people like that, after a while, they're gonna start to drag you down.
Yeah, or you're gonna start seeing people fade away from you because you're
Yeah.
always asking for help.
Yes.
Instead of standing on your own. You know what I mean? Go sit at that bus stop. Why you need me all the time?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Or if you're gonna ask for a ride, why not say, hey man, can you give me a ride? I'll fill your tank up.
Something.
I'll give you some money for the trip.
Something
to where it actually benefits that person.
Exactly.
I'll buy you some lunch if you could take me to the downtown.
Yeah, everybody need help every now and again, but when it's constant, you need to start.
And you're not returning the favor.
Yeah,
that's the big part.
Yeah,
everybody needs help sometimes, but if
Yes.
it's always take and not give, then you're not being a man.
Exactly.
Always chasing women. He has low self-esteem and
Pull that back. Bring it back, y'all.
protect. Weak body posture. Always dependent on others. Always chasing women.
Always chasing women. Now, you and I both know some men.
Yeah.
We know some men that we work with that it seems like their whole life, everything surrounds women. Everything gets brought back to women. How many women they're getting, what woman they see a woman, they act out, and it's almost like it's consumed them.
Yeah, to the point where they were knocking us for not moving how they were moving.
Exactly. Oh, you don't get enough women. You don't do this. You don't get women. And I'm like, yo, I'm a grown man.
Yeah.
I'm 30 years old. You think I care about what you think about if I get women or not?
Exactly.
But see, when you realize that same individual can't control his lust and urge for women, and you see that is his drug, that is the thing that controls him. You know what I mean? If you can't control yourself, it's no different than gambling, drugs, alcohol. And you and me have seen the same group of people where they are going to the clubs, they are drinking all the time, they are wasting money on alcohol and different things, and they're not growing.
No, and their life is chaos,
problems in relationships, whatever. And not only are they not growing, even the growth that they do have, imagine if they would have moved those things to the side.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine where they would be at.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? They have to do a whole bunch of overtime because they are trying to please their addiction with women.
And like any addiction, it's gonna destroy you eventually.
Yeah.
In one way or other, it's gonna take everything from you.
Let's get the rest of it.
On others. Always chasing women. He has low self-esteem and low confidence.
Low self-esteem and low confidence. You can see it in people when they speak, with how they carry themselves, if they have confidence in themselves, if they're comfortable in their own skin. When you don't have confidence, and the thing about it is, I'm just going to speak on myself. For the longest time when I was gaining weight, I would always be like, yo, you know what? I'm still good. Girls think I'm cute. They still talk to me, so I'm fine. I was deflecting on what the issue was, which is my health and me caring about myself. So because I could pull from one little thing, like, oh, girls still talk to me, mind you, probably wasn't the best quality of women that I was getting, because I was just like, oh, some girl likes me. It doesn't matter. Right. I would sit around, make excuses as I got bigger, and less confident. This is when I realized 100% I was not confident in myself. We had one of our coworkers had a pool party for her birthday. When push come to shove, you find out truthfully if you're confident or you're not confident. When we got there, I wasn't willing to take my shirt off. As a grown man, I seen other men who were either my size or bigger who did take their shirt off. And I understand, and I knew right then and there, I said, you're not confident in yourself, because there's nowhere a grown ass man shouldn't be able to take his shirt off and be proud of his own skin.
That's it. His own body.
But that's the difference. When you can play a big game that you're confident in yourself. oh, I get all these women, I get all that. But then when it push come to shove, we're gonna find out what the real truth is.
Oh yeah, sooner or later somebody gonna test you.
Now I've broken that. I've had to break that, and the only way you really can break not having confidence is to force yourself to be uncomfortable.
Yeah. You know, I have to go. I have to admit something to myself. After I got divorced, there was a brief stint where I was like, "Oh my God, I'm 40 years old, and I got to start over."
Don't tell me
again."
you was trying to have a midlife crisis.
That wasn't.
You were feeling like,
I
yo,
was like,
this is my life.
This is my life. I'm 40 years old. I got to start over again. I always reference being married to like Shawshank Redemption, right? Where the old man Brooks,
when he gets freed.
when he gets free and he don't recognize the world anymore.
Yeah.
The world he knew was going. That's how it was for me. I was like, when I was
get back out in the
dating
world.
There's dating apps now and all this. You got to worry about trans people.
You're like, I don't know this world.
I don't know anything about it. And I was like, man, I don't know if I can do this. For a brief stint, I was like, oh,
super
man.
uncomfortable.
I was like, oh man, I don't know.
So was it more like the fear of the unknown, right?
It was the fear of the unknown. I haven't talked to women like that in it was like 15, 16 years. I
don't even know if I got game.
Yeah, I was like,
what worked back then the
yeah.
game ain't changed. It's just the players change.
That's it.
The game stays the same.
So that's what that was. Luckily, I got over it.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
All right, let's get it.
Low self-esteem and low confidence. He's a slave to comfort.
He's a slave to comfort. The thing that I'm realizing is without sacrifice, you can never get ahead.
That's true.
You can never think about it, fellas. If you don't sacrifice eating that, instead of eating that cookie, fasting, or eating the apple, instead of laying on the bed and getting a nap or just chilling, scrolling through TikTok, you go to the gym and start doing some push-ups.
Mm-hmm.
These are all things that you have to do to get to a better place for your life.
Exactly.
If you want to get more money, you go ahead and take that night class, or go and get that certification, or go do that overtime.
Mm-hmm.
While everybody's out partying, having fun, doing their thing, you got to put the grind in. You got to put that work in to get rid of the weakness. Really,
that's it. And I had this conversation with somebody. Somebody told me I've become very predictable. Somebody told me this.
Okay.
And I said, well, mine's by design.
Yeah.
I said I had to change my life in a way where I have these goals in mind. And I can't achieve these goals doing A, B, and C. That's why I had to shift my life in a certain direction. Yes, I go to work, I go to the gym, I do the podcast, I go home.
But this is my thing.
It.
The people who said you're predictable, were they using it in a negative light?
Yeah, they were.
See, the thing that they fail to realize is to get to a destination, right? A location, you have to have a roadmap.
Yeah.
You have to take a right at this turn. You have to make a left at this turn. Yep. You got to go up this hill at this turn. That's predictable. If the same way, I guarantee you, where I live right now, to get to your house is going to be the same route every time.
Every day.
There and back. There ain't no other way to do it. You're going to, unless you go around or go a longer distance. But to get to that distance, to get to that location, I got to go that route. Yeah. So when you say I'm being predictable, that means I'm being consistent.
Yes. That's basically what I told him. I was like, me doing this is getting me to my goal. And I'm literally like right there.
Yeah.
I'm almost at my goal.
You can taste it.
It's
you can see it. You visualize it.
And I had to tell this person, I said, me being like this is got me where I'm at. It's got me where I want to be.
And the problem with a lot of people is they're like, oh, well, I'm doing this. And either I'm not seeing any results. The reason you're not seeing the results is because you haven't done it long enough.
Exactly.
And if you do anything long enough, you're going to see a result, whether it be a positive or a negative.
Exactly. I tell the same person, it's like planting a plant. You could put that seed in the soil. It's not going to be a plant tomorrow.
No,
don't work like that.
You think? Listen, the funny thing is, you see those big, huge trees in like those big forests.
Mhm.
That's like this tree's 100 years old or
Yeah.
300 years old or whatever the case may be. That same tree at one point was a seed.
Exactly.
And it's just the fact that it was in the right environment, which is the soil, and it got the right types of things consistently every day.
Exactly.
Water, sunlight, growth, you know what I mean? And nobody came and fucked with it.
Exactly.
And if you don't get no lumberjack to come cut your ass down over a straight bullet or something stupid, guess what? You'll be that oak tree in a minute.
Exactly.
And
I had to explain it to the person. I said, look, and I hate to do this to people. I said, you're telling me I'm predictable in a negative way. I said, but look how my life is going.
That's it.
I said, my life is, I hate to put it like this. I said, my life is going better than yours.
And let me ask you this: the person that's saying you're predictable, are they unpredictable? Or are they don't see it and they're predictable too by the same count, just on the negative end?
Yeah, they are too. They are, and it's on the negative end.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Human beings, we're based off of habits.
Yeah, patterns and habits.
And as a man, if you do habits that are going to create weakness, you're going to be more weak as you keep going. If you do things that make you uncomfortable, that push you to make you be stronger, then that's what the route you're going to be in.
Exactly.
So
I tell go ahead, go ahead, call me predictable if you want to. That's fine. I'm good with that. Oh, she done.
Yeah, she was done. What is this about? Do you know?
Oh, so this is somebody at Chipotle just finally losing it, and they go behind the line and start making their own food.
Okay, let's check it out. Pause this. Let me make it big for y'all.
Now, I'm a little biased.
It shows Chipotle employees trying to stop a customer who comes behind the counter to make her own food. It all happened on December 21st at the Chipotle on 30th Street in Northeast.
See, this is the thing. This is what happens when you're dealing with an unruly, a hangry woman. Women are based off of all hormones and emotions. And as the one thing that is you are in a deadly position is when you are around a woman that is hangry. Okay. My girl I deal with her all the time, and she gets points where she's hangry and she's a different person.
Listen,
she's different.
I always used to tell people there are 2 times where I'm the most dangerous: when I'm hungry and when I'm sleepy.
That's it. I've seen the sleepy part. All right, and I can contest to what he's saying, confirm what he's saying, that he is very short with people and very quick to be aggressive. Now that usually I've never seen the hangry part with you, because usually he's eating something, or I'm like, yo, let's go get something to eat.
Yeah, I'm usually,
because I see it about he be like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's finish this.
Once it's almost done, an employee tries to take the bowl. She hits him. Police say she got another full bowl before leaving. At this time, no charges have been filed. That is wild.
Yo, see
See, now that's what I'm saying. Like, at some point, you got to realize what you're doing. Women don't. I'm just keeping it real with you. A woman does not truly understand how she's acting when she's hangry. She doesn't. You have to, as a man, and this is part of being a strong man, have to recognize the signs of your woman to say, did she? Because this is what I read. I read this, or some, or maybe you told me this. I don't remember. They said the 3 ways to make anybody calm the hell down or whatever problems they're dealing with. Treat them like a baby. Feed them.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
And put them to bed. Now the fucking part is not the baby part. What the fucking is playing with them. So meaning, like a baby, you have to play with a kid so he can get the energy out.
Entertain
them. You got to feed them, and you got to put them to bed. So the same way with anybody, your significant other, make sure you do those things. If they haven't eaten, say, hey, you want something to eat? Boom. That's first off. If they you haven't played with them in a while, get ready for them. Do what you got to do for them. You know what I mean? get them right, and then say, babe, let's go to get some sleep.
Take a nap.
Take a nap. Go take a nap. I guarantee you, you do those 3 things more times than not, nothing else is gonna be.
Yeah,
wrong
there's
with
time I hung up with my lady. We was out all day. Had her
Mhm.
all day, fed her everything. He said, let's sit down, let's watch some Netflix. Okay, as soon as it
And then when she wake up, you give her some.
yeah.
I guarantee you, she's not gonna be mad about
I'm
nothing.
like, all right, playing video games while she sleeps.
Yep, let her do her.
She be all right.
So, but yeah, that's uncalled for. I mean, she need to get her butt whooped for real, for real. Like, there's no reason you should be. So now we're gonna watch. What did I do? Close this. I don't know why this thing keeps doing that, but let's add another video of a woman thinking she can be a man.
Yeah. Now I've taken Taekwondo before, so I almost understand why she thinks she can take anybody, but
The confidence.
she messed up by not realizing that the reason why you was able to do this in the studio was because they let you do it.
Facts.
Like my teacher, his son was he was my friend. He was one of my teachers too. He would fight you for real. He wouldn't let you.
He wouldn't give you
no fake joint. He would fight you for real.
So you knew if you won, you really won.
You really won. And I ain't gonna lie. And I took it for like 7 years. Never was able to take this dude. Never.
Okay, that's good. That humbles you.
Yeah, I was never able to. There are times I thought I had him and I came close. He found some way to get out of it.
Let's watch this girl.
Is this allowed?
Nah, you can't do it.
I've gotten into Krav Maga, and it's based off of defending yourself in real world events. I love about it the fact that I know if someone came and attacked me, that I could likely handle myself.
She said if someone came and attacked her in a live event, she can handle herself. Now she pretty much looks like the smallest girl on. I don't even know if she could beat them 2 women because she's smaller than them.
Hold on, how much do you weigh?
Like 100 pounds.
She weighs 100 pounds, bro.
And this is why people who've never fought before don't understand weight class. Your weight matters.
I don't think she realizing I was over 100 pounds in middle school.
So was I.
I was over 100 pounds when I was in 5th grade, 6th grade.
I don't know if I was then.
When you say you could handle somebody who
I can pick up a 180-pound man and throw him on his back.
but
Yeah, I swear to you, I can.
Doesn't she look like the girl from Orange is the New Black?
Yeah, the crazy one.
Yeah.
Take a knife from a guy. I can take a gun from a guy.
let's try it. I'm not. Here's the proposal. He's giving you the best position.
Now, mind you, this black dude is probably like 6'3", 6'2", 6'3". He looks like he weighs about probably 200 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 215.
You have him in a rear naked choke. You have his neck. Do you think you'll be able to escape from your chokehold?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I haven't done this
She
time
like-
before,
like-
but I'm gonna try to get the leverage.
Is this allowed?
Nah, you can't do it. Too little.
Now he's got her in a position like he's having sex with her. This is the delusion that some women have, thinking that they can actually compete with a man in a physical altercation. This is why I say, ladies, don't be fooled by men's chivalry that you can attack or hit men and thinking nothing would happen to you. We are holding back. Okay, we are not animals to the point that we realize what damage we could do to you. So if a man hits you, if you hit a man and he doesn't kill you, understand he gave you a pass.
Yes, 100%.
Now he's holding her like a toy. Look, the girls are like, "What the hell?" She's trying to kick him in the balls. Guys are laughing at her. Just the reality to show how defenseless you are. The other day, my girlfriend was like, "Yo, let's wrestle."
They always want to wrestle.
And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Let's wrestle." I say, mind you, my girl is 5'2". I'm 6'2".
Got a whole foot on her.
All right, I have a foot on her. I weigh 360 pounds. I'm not gonna say how much she weighed because I'm, a woman. But let's just say I'm significantly more than her. Over 100, some more than 100. So I'm like, yo, babe, that's not gonna be good. She's like, well, you can't hurt me. Okay, so I can't hurt you. Okay, cool. You can't hurt me, and you can't do this. She coming with like a list of rules of what we can and can't do.
Yeah, and
I said, so this ain't wrestling. This is just me letting you beat me up.
That's the thing. In order, they have to level the playing field.
That's it.
They had to put you in a box.
So we stand up. We in the room. We stand up. I stand up, and I say, okay, come on. She goes and tries to grab me and tries to push me down. When I tell you I don't move, she's trying with all her might to push me over. I'm not even, when I say I'm not even trying, I'm literally like, are you actually trying to push me? Like, I'm confused. I'm actually like, I'm like thinking like, is she doing this or is she just doing, you grab somebody's like, but you're not. I'm like, are you actually trying? She's like, yeah. I'm like,
you're reading a book.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay.
You still there?
So then I just grab her and literally pick her off the ground and fling her onto the bed. Her body goes flying like Jazzy Jeff, and she's just like, okay, I definitely underestimated how much more different, strong you are. Yeah. Like my girl's like, okay, we're not doing this.
All right, you got it.
She's like, at this point, you will never have to worry about me ever trying to hurt you. Cause I can't. She's like, I can't even hurt you if I tried to hurt you. I'm like, yeah.
I mean, at least you know her lane.
That's it.
Some women don't know. Someone square up on a dude and they get rocked.
No, I've seen it. And when I used to work at the casino, I seen a woman square up on a guy, like, come on, like boxing stance. And the guy he looked at her boyfriend or somebody looked at me like, is this bitch really serious? Like she thinks she gonna fight me. And she's like, come on, motherfucker. She came at him. He uppercutted the shit out of her. Dropped her. Ooh. The only thing I give her about a win is she dropped and she got back up. I give her that. Then he dropped her again. And then that was it. But I'm just saying, the fact that she got up one time, I was like, that's a strong ass bitch. That's a strong bitch to take that uppercut, that Mike Tyson uppercut, and then come back and get up.
He said, did he drop her again?
He did drop her again. I don't even know. The fact that she got dropped the first time and it didn't give her enough sense in her to say, okay, this ain't the one to do this with. He will hit me. And then he knocked her out. And he knocked her boyfriend out.
Oh my God.
He knocked her boyfriend out first. Then she tried to fight him. And I'm looking at her like,
you just watched this man get destroyed.
You took 3 L's. One, you watched your boyfriend get knocked out, and you chose to step up to the plate. Like you could actually beat up your boyfriend. Then he dropped you, and you got up from that, which should have knocked you out, and you went for another round, and then finally got knocked out with your boyfriend.
I don't know why this is so funny to me.
Her boyfriend woke up, and he was mad as hell. He did not want to fight this dude. You could tell because this dude had a scar on his face, right? He had a scar on his face from being in prison. He had just got out.
And he just got rocked.
And he looked like the type that like just got out. Like you like, yo, babe, can we pick another person to be mad at? Okay, let's watch this. I don't know what this is.
But... Oh, I remember this was one of mine too.
Okay. Appreciate everybody rocking with us.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Pause. I don't know. I gotta figure out. It says his husband just wanted to see his son get slapped and his gear destroyed.
There's video of an altercation that became physical. Okay, you're telling me it's not getting physical, but we have a video that shows the physical encounter.
Okay. I hit him? Did I hit him?
Yes. There's a video of it where you slapped the phone off his hand and then you grabbed this earpieces or whatever, and then they broke it and everything. So we have that part of it. You're saying you never did that? I don't know where, but we have a video.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So based on that video.
So you've already proven that you lied.
Mm-hmm.
So now you lied to the police officer and you assaulted the person. So you're going to jail.
Yeah, she was trying to, if I remember.
Florida, okay, we have domestic battery. Okay, you know what domestic battery is? That's when two couples, father and son, share custody, they get into a physical altercation. When that comes in place, okay, we have no choice but for the aggressor, we have to take him to county jail. So you will be placed in custody and you'll be taken to county jail for battery, for domestic battery.
Sir, but I did not hit my husband. I did not.
We have a video. Okay.
Yeah,
The fact that the police officer is telling you, I seen the video of you hitting him, and you are trying to go above the video.
Exactly.
In your reality, you didn't do anything.
I think part one, I believe, if I believe it right, I believe she called the cops on him.
And that's where the delusion lies.
Yeah, she called the cops. She hit him. She called the cops on him.
Because women call the police on how they feel versus what really happened.
Yeah, and they're like, no, you hit him.
Where it shows.
Can you guys call him here? Can you guys call him here? Say she hit him. All he wants to do is see my son. That's all this is about. If I
Then why you letting him see him?
He will have no problem.
At this point, it's beyond that. We're beyond that point.
He knows what he's doing.
We have to. There's
So
no.
what did she do? What did she do? She said stop video because I was on.
What did she do? He just explained what she did. You hit him.
See, that's a problem. They think it's okay.
That's the problem.
They think it's okay for women to do that. It's not.
Now, if he would have hit, and he probably wanted to hit your ass back, but he didn't because he understood that's breaking the law. Because then guess what? Both of y'all going to jail.
Exactly.
Call him right now. He said stop videotaping. I want you to videotape. Stop videotaping because every time he comes, he videotape her.
That's not illegal.
It's not. He has to because
she's hitting him. What don't y'all understand about this? He's in fear for his life.
He just want to see his son. You see how she said he wanted to see my son. No, he wanted to see his son.
He wanted to see y'all son.
Yeah.
And all you had to do was send your son out there.
That's all you had to do.
So he knows what he's doing when he do this.
The videotaping and stuff is fine, but understand that when she knocks the phone out of his hand and you hit him and knock the phone in there, you're stepping into another level. Okay?
Sir, I did not put my hands on my husband. I did not. I'm telling you that right now. This is what he does, and I'm trying to explain it.
What does he do? Does he take a video and edit it and go and make it look like you attacked him and then with AI and then bring it back to the police?
That's what the video shows. Okay.
So you just showed up tonight? You showed up tonight and you knocking the phone out of his hand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you knock the phone out of his hand?
The cop has been saying it for the last.
So
2 minutes.
no. Now the mother finally, after all this, asks her, did you knock the phone out of his hand? Like that should have been the first question. And not for nothing, if he's telling you there's a video of her doing it, why would you even ask her, did you do that?
Does a video show me knocking the phone out of his hand and hitting him? The cop's like, yes, I've been saying it for the last 2 minutes.
And she like, okay, whatever.
So you just showed up tonight? You showed up tonight and you knocking the phone out of his hand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you knock the phone out of his hand? Mommy, I did not knock the phone out of Antonio's hand. I could call him right now. Please allow me to call him.
The call's not gonna do anything.
That boy, that's wrong what he's doing to her. She's sick. She just came.
The sad part is the mother's falling for this. Mother, why don't you just say, look, how about this? Can you show us the tape?
Like, boom, right here. This is you.
This is you doing this. Now look at the mother and see. She's like, well, I don't really see how that.
With an asthma attack.
If you want to take something with you to the jail, or if you want to leave your stuff in here, you just let me know, okay?
So this person charged.
The fact that he said that you can take something to the jail, he's being so polite and nice. If that would have been a man, turn around right now in your underwear.
Don't make this worse than it is. That's what they
pull the look. Got the taser. Got the hand on the taser just in case you want to act stupid.
I'm going to say this one more time.
Oh my God, he's sick with that.
It's not him. It's the state. It's the state.
The state. My son-in-law knows what he's doing.
But it's the state. Once we observe battery, we have no choice.
But what is the battery?
Exactly. They don't understand.
It's an unwanted touch.
How about when he's touching her? How about when he's touching her and take her when she's 13 years old? How about that?
Hold on.
What'd she say? Take her when she's 13 years old.
Ma'am, if you knew this, why didn't you report it?
Yeah.
You report it now?
So now you need to go to jail too because you accessory.
Oh my God, you see how she like this? But I did not swing at him, sir. I'm not trying to get out of anything. I did not touch my husband. Please understand that. I did not touch him.
That's something that you have to go with the courts and everything. We just go with basic but facts that we have.
You know
and the physical evidence that we have. We have no choice.
Open that door.
Okay. So
can she just put some clothes on? She's asthmatic.
That's fine. We'll do that. But
you hold on. You know what I noticed? This one all the when women go to jail, all the ailments start coming out. She's asthmatic. She got a bad heart.
Yeah, she got, you know.
Why would she slap him? She's asthmatic. That don't mean nothing.
It doesn't like her hands work. Like she's not paraplegic, you know.
What's wrong with he's doing to my daughter?
This is the thing, and if they smart, you can't go back in the house and change. What you can do is your mother can go in the house and bring out some clothes for you. But at this point, I need you to turn around and put handcuffs on you. Mm-hmm. We're gonna put you in the car. She can bring some clothes, and then we'll give you the clothes when you get up.
Understand this that from this point on, okay.
The mother acted more up because she. You know why I know she did it? Because she's very calm and quiet about it.
Yeah.
She's not irate and acting like it's a problem. The mother is, because the mother still believing the fool that she's saying.
It's like, why is he doing this to her? She hit him.
So
she hit him.
We're gonna let you go inside the room.
Oh, she gonna let him go inside. No, you ain't going inside. That's not happening. Sometimes women just don't realize that we're on an equal playing field when it comes to hitting.
Yes. Now for years, because I see my brother go through it, and I see a lot of men going through it. Like women would just call the cops, and just say he hit me, and to do it, and my brother wasn't even there. So when he get home, the cops, he'd be like, "What's going on?" The law was just take the man, regardless whether if he did it or not. Take the man. Well, what happened was women stopped calling. Women stopped calling because they started taking both of them. When they get into domestic, they start taking both man and woman.
Yeah.
That's why these calls started
to diminish.
Yeah, like, never mind.
All right. We're going to watch one more video, and then we're going to be calling it quits because, like I said, I started this 24-hour fast.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't eaten anything, just drink water, and can get a little tired sometimes.
I hear you.
Health. Y'all got to take responsibility of your own health, man. Going into 2025.
That's it.
I am determined. Mark my words. I am determined to get this weight off of me. And because I feel like once I get rid of this weight, the energy, everything comes behind it.
It really does.
So
I could testify to that. I'm a 6-pack summer. That's what my goal is. 6-pack summer.
I'm trying to see this explicit, but I'm just gonna be honest. I'm trying to look down and see my dick. I'm not trying to see a stomach. I want to see balls and dick. That's what I want to see when I look down. All right.
Oh my God.
That's the goal. Every man should be able to do that.
Oh man.
If you gotta look around things, it's a problem. Let's get into the video. It says why men lose interest during dating.
Sometimes men disappear because they feel like their effort is not being reciprocated.
Talk about it.
So hear me out. A lot of women feel like their approach to dating is you as a man have to prove to me you are worthy of my time, my energy, and me being more vulnerable to you. And because of what you've been through, you think that's the right way to do it. But unfortunately, when you're dealing with a man who's actually serious and he's seeing you're holding back, you got walls up, he has concerns that you're wasting his time. So now he falls off because he's like, all right, she's tripping. She's not really making any effort. But because there's still a desire there, because he still likes her, I think the comment, the like is a temperature check. Let me see how she'll respond. Let me see if I can still reignite something here. But it all stemmed from, are we actually making a mutual effort to get to know each other?
Okay.
So just make sure before you start throwing all kinds of accusations at the man, ask yourself, was I coming correct in this process or not?
Cook up, sir.
Sometimes.
So
no lies detected.
That's a fact. Let me tell you right now. One thing I can say, I think we've all been around where you've been with women who you could tell just didn't want to put in any effort.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't just that into you. And honestly, I feel like as a man, we're willing to give to a woman that's willing to give to us.
Yep.
I'm gonna give you an example. Look at this right now. I got a Christmas tree, I got ornaments, I got an elf, I got this right here, I got my action figures, I got this flag, my Jets flag, and guess what? I got this new Michael Kors watch. My girl she made all this happen. Matter of fact, we was in New Orleans, she got this for me. All this is just from my woman, and I'm telling you right now, when you if you'll know if a woman truly is for you, because she's going to try to make sure she's for you.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll know if she's willing to my girl put in so much effort trying to show how much she wants to be of value and use. Yeah. She made these. Show her. She made these to show little coasters for our cups and things like that. My Jets cups, our social norm. She does all these things, and I'm really appreciative of it. But I'm saying it makes me want to give more to her.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I even give you a biblical sense. The Bible says, "Give and it shall be given."
Mm-hmm.
Plain and simple.
And I've been a part of the other end where I've been with women who don't give anything. They're just taking. Mm-hmm. They always want something. You haven't done this for me. You haven't given me this. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. And I'm sitting there. You start off strong as a man because you're like, okay, I'm gonna give this and I'm gonna receive. Yep. And then you realize something clicks in your mind. You say, she's never gonna give what I feel I'm owed, what I feel like I deserve, and she's not trying to. Exactly. So if she's not trying to, why am I trying?
Yeah. And that's a part people don't really understand. Sometimes it's just the effort. Sometimes you just got to make the effort.
And I've said this from jump, and I tell women got it confused in America where they think it's a man's job to pursue, it's a man's job to give, when the reality is women don't realize you're behind the 8 ball with us. It doesn't benefit a man to just give to a woman. It benefits a man to give to his woman, the woman that's for him, that's going to give him things and present so much more into his life. A woman will create things for you that you didn't even realize you needed. She did all this stuff. I didn't even realize, clearly I've messed it up. I made it all look not the way she wanted to look, but she came up with these ideas. She came out of her pocket saying, I want to do this, I want to do that. And so sometimes to the point where I have to tell her, yo, you ain't got to do that, all that. Mm-hmm. She's always looking to try to do something for me. That's how she truly gets enjoyment to see me happy.
Yeah.
And it makes me want to make her happy. Like, yes. Yo, what do you need?
And it's amazing how some people just don't get that concept.
No, it's
amazing how many people just think you're just supposed to give to me.
Well, that's because
that's it.
And I think that's because people aren't being appreciative of what you're giving.
That's true.
You know what I mean? When you're not appreciative, you're gonna be, oh, they supposed to do that. She said that one day. One day she was like, I just feel like you're not appreciative of what I do for you. And I was, no, I am appreciative. I just, I think what happened was she had came to the house. Mm-hmm. And I had already told her, yo, come to the house. I need your help with some things. Because it was during Christmas time. We had to get some things done. I had to ship off my nephew's gift. So as soon as she got here, I instantly was like, look, here's the package. Wrap it up. Take it to I'm telling her what I need her to do. I don't know what it was. It could have been time of the month, whatever. She felt like I wasn't being appreciative of her. Because instantly she got that. She was just stressed out. Mm-hmm. And I had to reassure her, like, yo, I am appreciative. You making this work for me. Like, if you wanted to do it, I would have to stop something of what I'm trying to get done. And she cleans up the house. She does so much. You know, she by far is the best girlfriend I ever had.
Yeah, when you have the right partner,
yes,
it'll work out.
We're even talking about me and her. We've tickled the idea of doing a 40-day fast.
Ooh,
40 days, 40 nights together.
I've done one of those.
You did a 40-day fast?
I've done it before.
Did it change your life?
It really did. It really opens your eyes to a lot of things. I mean, it's like the clarity you get.
Yes,
it's just unreal.
And I feel like how many people in the world can actually say they fasted for 40 days, 40 nights?
Other than Jesus, not many people.
You know, there's a lot of people, but I'm just saying, as a whole, I don't think it's that many people. And I just think it makes you say, well, if I can do that, I can do anything.
Exactly.
I can do anything.
Exactly.
So
it definitely gives you that mentality. And when I went vegan, my first thought was, well, I fasted for many days. I can at least go vegan for 30 days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're right about that.
And I think that right there, going into 2025, if you were to fast, if you were to get clarity for yourself, that breaks off all the weakness that you've had that's been holding you back in 2024 and years before. You really start to focus in and clear your mind to say, I don't need that. That was what purpose was that serving for me?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You
What friendship was it serving?
Yeah. It's not just mental, and physical, it's spiritual. You drop off a lot of
dead weight
you don't need. Cleansing all around, inside out.
Yeah.
And you don't realize it because when I first did it, I just thought all about, well, I'll lose weight, I'll get my body right. But mentally I was on top of it. I should do it again too. I usually do it once a year.
And I think so much. I'm really getting back into it because I just know fasting clears your mind of all the things that you thought was like you needed. You don't need anything. You don't really need anything that's going to hold you back. The things that you think, and the thing that I'm realizing is until you are willing to sacrifice and let it go from your life, you're going to always be where you always been.
And it makes it easier when you do have a partner, though.
That's what I told her. I said, I think us fasting would create a bond with each other that would be unbreakable.
Yeah.
All the devil and the demons that try to break us apart, try to influence us. I've dealt with some things that I've talked to you about that have kept me from being the man I want to be. And I need to let that go.
Yeah. And on the other side of it, you will have the strength to do that.
Yeah. So that's the show, y'all. Hopefully we gave y'all some advice, some things you need to look into as being a man, not staying weak. You have the power. It's only you that's going to destroy you. And it's only you that will build you. Okay. Get around the right environment, get around the right people, figure out the right things to feed your mind and feed your body and feed your soul. And I promise you, on the other end, you'll start being a stronger man. All right. I'm your boy Canteen. Beans, you got anything else you got to say?
No, that's pretty much it.
All right. That's my man Beans. Hey, we got this thing, man.
If we don't see you, Happy New Year. Come
Yeah.
think of it. That's Wednesday?
Yeah, it's coming up close, man.
I think I want to say Wednesday.
Is it Wednesday?
Yeah.
So we got like one more show left.
Yeah.
For the New Year's. All right. We out.
That's got to be racist.